Welcome back to LEGO Harry Potter Years 1 through 4. Last time, we invaded Tom Riddle's privacy and saw our best friend, well, the third one of this best friend trio, get petrified and stares up for chumps. Moving on, we now have to follow the spiders. What I thought we were doing a while back. Clearly, I was wrong. Ay, ay, ay. Yes. We are following the spiders, because we saw a spider in the diary. So it's like, oh, hey, maybe that'll be helpful. And it would help if I didn't run into the walls. Well, like most things, we don't directly follow the spiders. It's like the one time if you don't know the game, this is the one time you can blow past Nearly Headless Nick the entire game. Because the spiders will always take you to the Forbidden Forest, and you can kind of see them heading that way. Meanwhile, I am going to get this thing, and I'm going to, wait, no, that's not the one I was thinking of. Okay. Nope. Alright, meanwhile, actually, now that I am here and can do this, we are going to get rid of him and save him, as well as that. So there's our next student in peril. And, okay, right. Can I not? Right, you don't go into the Forbidden Forest yet. Instead, if I would remember, you go and see Hagrid. So yeah. Meanwhile, let me get rid of these pixies for right now, as well. Levitate this over the flower bed. Levitate this. Water the flower bed. And we got a tree. Yay, destroy the tree. Okie dokie. Yeah, that takes care of that. Let's get in here and see if Hagrid can help with what's going on. Hagrid, you're looking a little guilty. Just saying. You got that nervous arm twitch. You overpoured your drink. Well, de-drink. Yep, someone's here. Hide the boys, hide the boys. Get under the cloak. Yeah, don't forget your tea and crumpet. Okay, what's going on? Oh, Dumbledore is here with Cornelius Fudge, the Minister of Magic who wants Hagrid. And there's Lucius Malfoy, who also works for the Ministry of Magic. And he's calling Dumbledore into question. Dumbledore's gone. And so is Hagrid, who was the only lead we had to figure out what the heck was going on. So Hagrid tells us to follow the spiders. Ron, sorry about your luck. Because if you know anything about this stuff, Ron hates spiders. It is bad. He's full-on arachnophobia. Although if you played Hogwarts Legacy, I don't blame the dude. They're everywhere in this forest. And yeah, I don't know of one single person who likes spiders. Well, now there's plenty of people who do genuinely like spiders for various reasons, but I am not one of them. But at the same time, I am also not an animal person. So it'd be like, hey! Spider! Nope! Dog! Nope! Fish! No! Yeah, so that's just me. Anyway, what am I doing here? Right, gotta get Fang up here so I can do that. Wait a minute. 1 of 10. There was 1 back here. And 2. Okay. Good, 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 good. Is this relevant? No, it's not. We're back in the Forbidden Forest for the second time in these 4 movies. And yeah, we'll be in here 2 more times, at least. Story mode. I'm not counting coming back during free play and doing stupid junk like that. No, because that's like no options. That's where it is. So, as we know, the Forbidden Forest is home to plenty of creatures throughout the magical world, and that kind of make their home in Hogwarts, living off the land. Good for them. That also means pets have made their way, which you can include spiders. But we have one particular spider in mind that we are attempting to interrogate. Bang, come here. And Harry fell down the ladder. Go figure. Alright, let's dig out this tree so we can do this. Huzzah! Speaking of pests, there's those stupid bees around here, which is not gonna be. How did you not know? Lego games. They never know how to climb a ladder. Like, there's a lot of things they either know how to do it once or not at all. But there's the third mushrooms. Okay. Let's see. Let me see if I can find any more of those. Ah! Bees! Die! 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 Good, good, good. Oh, number 4. Is it number 4? Yeah, number 4. Well, so at this point in the story, yeah, Harry and Ron, all of their leads have been exhausted. Harry and Ron are basically working without their brain, being Hermione, and the fact that she has the intelligence and of the trio, how there's always one person who's sort of a brain, one person who's sort of the fool, and one who's sort of the leader. Hermione takes care of the brain side of things. Ron gets the fool, as Harry gets the leader. Although, in the books, Ron is also, like, a lot less foolish, which is something a lot of people, like, on social media fan bases complain about, how they dumb down the characters and such. I'm like, I get it. I understand where they're coming from. My thought process and, like, why they do it, there's a lot of things that I don't know that goes on. And sometimes it's, you're trying to tell the story. Certain things are going to get changed. Certain things are going to get cut. And also, you never know how people are going to play the characters well. So, or like how the characters are going to be portrayed by their various actors/actresses. So, in a way, it could have been. And there was also the fact that after the second movie, this one, they, being Warner Brothers, started to go in a slightly different direction. So, if you are somewhat paying attention, during the first movie and during the second, Professor Flitwick, the Charms Professor, is rather old. He's like on the older side, and he's balding, has like no hair, and a nice long wizard beard. However, in the Prisoner of Azkaban, the next movie, which I will show off when we see him, why can you hit it once but not ever again? Now the game's just having to show me up. Alright, whatever. Flitwick drastically gets younger. We are talking, my man he did not have long, flowing locks on the top of his head, but he had a nice beard. He then has no beard, and instead, locks. So, that's one of those things, is there was a lot of creative changes that happened between the second and third movies being made. Directors changed from Chris Columbus to, I believe it was David Yates. A lot of production shifts had changes, and they went and changed how some of the characters look. And of course, when you have a lot of those like changes, sometimes things are going to get lost in the shuffle, because I think Chris Columbus, the original director of 1 and 2, he wanted to be, we'll say, as loyal as possible to the source material, given some reasons, given some restrictions, slash, certain things, because I will go on a limb 100% and say, in the movie version, the detention scene where you had Ron instead of Neville served the sake of the movie better, and it's like one of those things when I first saw it, I'm like, oh, they changed it, it's not supposed to be Ron, it's supposed to be Neville, and then my dad was talking to me, and he was also like, yes, that's true, but also, when you read the rest of the series, and watch the movies, and at that same time, you kind of see why they might have done that swap, in which it's like, it gets you, the audience who may not have ever read the book, more time with this character, who serves to be very important. In the same way you also get Malfoy, there, to establish that, hey, this character, while he is a jerk, he is important to the story, so you should know who he is. Well, that takes care of the giant spider, Aragog, who did not know anything about our two victims in Myrtle and Hermione. In the book/movies, he said, look, I never left the cupboard, so Hagrid kept me in one room, and I never saw anything after that, and he only brought me food. I had no idea there was a monster. The only thing I know is I am scared. Anyway, well, I, being in the spiders, are scared of said monster. Alright, 5 birdhouses I have to try and track down, and hopefully not get hurt. But, oh well, money's good. There's the second birdhouse. Yep, welcome to like the only chase level in this game, because that's all this needed was a chase. If you have a second player, they get a little motorcycle. That never existed because they both jumped in the car. And I missed that birdhouse. Can I go back for it? Yes, I can! I should not have been able to do that, but I am not complaining in the slightest. I say this game is great. Oh, I should not have done that. I'm gonna pay for that later. I am definitely gonna pay for that one later. Yep. Yeah, yep. There it is. There it is. There it is. Yep, that... We knew that was happening. Yep. Okay. Yep, do that to fix it. Good. Great. I got the birdhouse I probably wasn't supposed to get, because you're not typically able to turn around. And I think that was the game saying, alright, you cheesed this once in this level, so, you're done. Up, hang on. The spider hasn't come down yet. Yeah, number 5. Crud. Yep, I'm stuck. Wait. Yep. Fix me, Aragog. Thank you. Yes. Well, we cheesed out an extra min kit. I'm not complaining in the slightest about that. Harry, you need to get better at driving, because that doesn't even give you money. So clearly... Where did he... Yeah, okay, never mind. He's way ahead of me, and is probably at the end of the level. Yep, there he was. Okay. And we got another leg. So, number 3, okay. What? Oh, come on! Dang spider. Alrighty. So, with this, we are finally done. But I got that main kit that I probably was not supposed to get, so I'm not going to complain in the slightest. The car got enchanted by the Forbidden Forest, yes, which is why it was able to come rescue us. Ron now has a pumpkin on his head, and now he does not. Hermione is still petrified, and he's got some letters underneath. Up there it is. Oh, it's a snake. And this is the symbol. Hooray! We now know we're looking for a snake. We now know what kind of headdress, figurehead we're looking for. Next time, on LEGO Harry Potter Years 1 through 4, we are going to uncover and find the Chamber of Secrets. Till next time, So long. Good night.